Hey, my name is Rowan Smith and I want to welcome you to the Training for Trekking podcast. Now, this is the world's very first podcast which is entirely dedicated to helping you train, prepare and conquer your upcoming hike, trek or mountain adventure. So once a week, I'm going to be giving you quality and practical information on the subjects of physical preparation for trekking, dealing with altitude and nutrition on the trail, so you can know everything you need to be doing to have the best chance of a safe, enjoyable and successful adventure. So now you know what you're in for, let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, my name is Rowan Smith and I'm a personal trainer who specialises in helping hikers, trekkers and mountaineers conquer their bucket list adventures. So I just want to welcome you to the very first episode of the Training for Trekking podcast and thank you so much for getting involved. So today is a bit of an intro episode just to explain about who I am, what I do, and what the vision for this podcast is moving forward. Because I want to be giving as much value as possible to everyone listening, so I just want to start it off right. So to start off, a little bit about myself. I've been a personal trainer for many years now. A few years ago, I just come back into Australia after traveling overseas for a few years, and I started working at a gym where I was first exposed to hikers, trekkers, and mountaineers who are preparing for these absolutely amazing adventures. So things like Everest Base Camp, Kilimanjaro, the Kokoda Track, Mount Elbrus, they all had these absolutely fantastic goals they were striving for, which had been really sitting on their bucket list for years. But as I was training these guys, it soon became very apparent that the quality of information available to them on the subjects of physical preparation, training, and even dealing with altitude was, in all honesty, absolutely rubbish. And all the information written on these subjects was written by hikers themselves and not actually professionals. And the issue with this is that a lot of the stuff being spread around was so confusing, misleading, and even sometimes dangerously wrong. And this was leading to so much confusion, frustration, and even anxiety from the clients that I was dealing with. So that's where the idea for Summit Strength, which is my personal training business, was born. To create a quality, really specialist service to help these people, to bring some really simple, effective, and also evidence-based education to the world of trekking, and as an ultimate goal, to raise the standards of preparation in the adventure community. Because there's so many people going on these absolutely amazing adventures, and in all honesty, they deserve to be given the tools, the advice, and all the support that's necessary to give them the best chance of success possible. So, when it boils down to it, that's what this podcast is all about. So I'm going to be taking the tips, the tactics, and the strategies which I've applied to my clients and then share them with you. So each week, I'll be releasing episodes on the subjects of physical preparation for trekking, dealing with altitude, and also a little bit about nutrition on the trail. So there's not going to be anything like gear reviews, any trip reports, any packing lists and stuff like that, as there's plenty of other podcasts doing really good jobs with these already. But I'm going to be sticking to the 3 subjects which I consider myself an expert in and absolutely nail them for you. So ultimately, from listening to this podcast, you can eventually have the very best chance of having a safe, enjoyable, and successful adventure, whatever that may be. So that's a wrap for today's episode. I honestly can't wait for the journey ahead together with you, and I will talk to you very, very soon. You've been listening to the Training for Trekking podcast. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please remember to subscribe, rate and review us in iTunes. So thanks for getting involved and we'll see you on the next one.